Hi everybody, this is Bonnie and I'm coming to you today with this card. Now this card is card number 3 from our Snowflake Showcase Workshop class. And what that was is you had to buy the Snowflake bundle that I had offered, and you got to get the supplies to make the cards that were enough to make 2 cards for free. And this is card number 3 that you're going to get in your kit. Now I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks using the Stamparatus. The first thing I want to tell you, when you get your kit, this is going to be a 1/4 inch bigger all the way around the card, because you'll understand why in just a minute. You will have to trim this down. So we're going to put our piece of smoky slate, I had to think what color it was, up in the corner. And then, now if you don't have you don't have the Stamparatus, you don't have to have it to do this card. You can do this without the Stamparatus. This is just so much easier with the Stamparatus. So if you have the Stamparatus or some other a tool that you want to use, then you're more than welcome. I'm just going to show you how I did it, and I did it with the Stamparatus. So we're going to put this piece and we're going to put it all the way up in the corner, and we are going to put our magnet right here. Then we're going to take the first snowflake set, and if you look, I'll bring this up so you can see. See how there's this little bit of a ledge there? When I put this down, my image is not going to stamp all the way to the top, because of the fact that there's that little ledge that they have there, and that's from cutting them out. But that's why I made my card just a little bit bigger, so that when you trim it down, it'll be right where I want it to be. So we're going to stamp this, and we're going to pick this up. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take smoky slate. Now if you have one of the little ones, that would be great. I don't have a little smoky slate, so I'm going to use the big block. But that's okay. If you have a big one, go ahead and use the big one. And I'm just going to stamp this right up. And I'm going to flip it over, and if it doesn't come out good enough or dark enough or whatever, I'll just do it again. That's the one thing I love about the Stamparatus, that you could stamp it again. And I think I want to stamp it just one more time. I think I want mine just a little bit darker than what it is. I love tone-on-tone colors. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it down 2 notches. There's one here, one here. I'm going to move it down, and then I'm going to go 2. Now you could easily, and I'll show you with the next part, I won't use the Stamparatus, even though that's what I did for the whole card. I'll explain what I did, but I'll end up putting it on a block, because I want you to see that you do not need to have this. Oh, I must not even got ink there, or didn't push there. Just give it a really good push down here. Sometimes you have to have like a little shim when you're doing this up on the top, and other times you don't. Or give it a really good push. It's because of this little ledge that they have there. That came out much better. I'm just going to give it a little bit more because I want it a little bit darker. And this is what I'm talking about. If you didn't get it to come out really good, it's okay, because the Stamparatus ends up helping you out here with that. And then we're going to skip down 2 more. So now we'll be here on the end. Now you could put a piece of paper there if you wanted, so it wouldn't get all over your thing, but I'm okay with it. If it was a real bright color or something like that, I probably would, but I'm alright. It dries quickly. And I'm just going to do it one more time, because I like this to be dark. I think I need to re-ink my thing. And there we go. I'm happy with the way that this turned out. Actually, I'm not. I want a little bit more snowflake right up here. Let me see. There we go. That's better, I guess. Yep. But now I pushed too hard and I got a little bit there. All right. So now what I'm going to show you is you can go ahead and put this on here just like we did and keep moving it down and, you know, do your stamping. But I want to show you that if you wanted to do this without having the stamp apparatus, that you can. So all you need to do is you need to get a block, and we're just going to stamp it up. So you could do the same thing with the bigger one, and you're just going to line it up and push. Line it up and push. And then you're just going to keep doing the whole card this way. I just find that it is a little easier with the stamp apparatus than without it. So, but on the other hand, if you had done that with the stamp apparatus, you could have gotten it up close, or with the stamp, you could have got it up closer. So it's your own preference on how you want to do it. I just wanted to show you that there was two ways that you could do that. Okay, now I'm going to get out the trimmer. So you're going to need your trimmer. And on the top up here, where it didn't get all the way up to the edge, I'm just going to put that in there. I'm taking off maybe 1/8 of an inch on the top. So I'm going to take that off. And then right here on the side where I couldn't get all the way up, I'm also going to take that much off. And now this piece should fit right on my card. Give it a check to see how much of a border you want. I think I want a little bit more of a border. So again, I'm going to trim a little bit more. I'm going to trim off another 1/8 of an inch. Trim that off. Because it's about 1/4 of an inch bigger, the whole card. So you want it you want the end piece, let me tell you, you want the end piece to be 4 by 5 1/4. So when you're done cutting, you want your end piece, I'm sorry, that wasn't even in camera, you want your end piece to be 4 by 5 1/4. So that's what you want to cut this piece down to after you're done and stamping it. Okay, now we're going to get out the scorer and we're going to score this. Now this piece is 8.5 by 5.5, so we're going to score it at 4 1/4. I could get out our big one, but I like to use the big one for when I'm doing bigger projects, and I like to use the little one when I'm just making cards. So just had to fix that. It didn't really score very perfectly. And then I can go ahead and I can use my snail and I can attach this piece down. I love this card. I think it came out really well. And then I got all the pieces here. I gave you extras of these in your kit, so you'll have some extras for the stamping of the greeting. I think I'm about ready to run out of snail here, so I might have to get some, use the glue. And then I put this one right inside here like this. And then before we hear this down, I'm just going to put a little bit of snail. This is called the cheat bow. When you come to any of my workshops, I call this the cheat bow. In your embellishment kits, you're going to get several pieces, or I might have kept this all one. I cut mine in pieces. I think I kept yours. I think I gave you each 2 yards of this, or a yard. You're going to definitely get more than what you need. And what you're going to do is you're going to just put a little piece. That's why I put a piece of adhesive on the back there. Then you're going to pull this across on this side, and you're going to attach it over there. So now we have this. And then we're going to take another piece. You're going to tuck it underneath. And then you're going to just tie a knot. And it's the cheat bow. That's what I call it. Now in this one, because you want the velvet up, when you pull this back through, give that one on the bottom a little twist, because you want the velvet up on top. And as you're twisting it, I hope this is picking up. As I'm twisting it, I want to pull, because you want the velvet to stay on the top like that. So see how I have the velvet on top? If I didn't, I would have that side up, and I don't want that, so I want the velvet up. Okay? And then I'm going to trim this and trim here. So it's just like that. I just love this little, this is so soft, and I love, this is rich raspberry, and I love it. And in the catalog, they have a mint macaron soft velvet like this, and I absolutely love that too. Okay, and then we're going to flip this over, and we're going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals, and we're just going to add some all around the back of this. And then we're going to line this up. We're going to put it right here in the center, but down, not total center, because I don't want to hide all that. So I kind of went down a little bit. It's kind of right there, just like that. And then I had already gone ahead to save time, because we had other things to make. And I already gone ahead and cut out my snowflakes. You end up needing one big one, one medium-sized one, and then a little bit smaller, let me see, and then a really tiny one, like that. And you will have more, you get a sheet this big, so you'll have more than enough to do enough of your, and have extra for your cards, for your 2 cards. So what I did for these was I just used some glue dots. I'm just using up some stuff that I had left over from Paper Pumpkin. If you don't know what Paper Pumpkin is, Stampin' Up! Sells these kits. They come in the mail to you monthly. They're different cards, and sometimes they're little 3D projects, and they come in the mail to you once a month. And you can get the kit in the mail. It's like a little surprise in a box. The one that they've got coming out, I guess this for December, what I'm told, I don't know because we don't get a sneak peek at it neither, is really, really nice. So we will see when I get my kit. And you can cancel or put it on hold at any time. So if you decide, oh, I want to get it this month, or I just want to get it through the winter months to give me something to do, then you can do that also. Or, and then say in the summer, well, I'm too busy in the summer, so I don't need it to come all summer, then you can reactivate it. You could put your prescription on hold and then put it back on. So that's one thing I like about it. So there we go. And so I did that to it. And then I went ahead, and you're going to get these, you're going to get a whole bunch of these little sequences in your kit. And we're just going to take a couple of these off here. You need 3, but you can use more than 3 if you need to or not. This is where this little picker up tool is going to come in handy here. Oh, wrong one. And I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive. You need just a very little bit. I'm just going to put a, oops, that's probably a little bit more than I need. I'll put a little drop there, one right there. We're going to take this little guy, pick this up. I just love this little tool. I'll put that down there. And then you're also going to have a bunch of these in your embellishment kit. So you want to grab these. Oops. That one got away on me. And I'm going to put one in each one of these little snowflakes, first of all. And these are already got the backings on them. If you get too much glue, like I got a little too much here, it's okay. It dries clear. Don't panic. It's a homemade card. That's what I tell everybody. Nothing says I love you like a homemade card. It's my logo. Okay, and so you have plenty of those little dots to do that. And now we're going to stamp on our little piece here the greeting, the Merry Christmas greeting. And what I did with that is, again, I took Momentum Black ink. Now you can use the little square ones if that's easier for you or not. And I'm just taking the edge of this and I am just stamping up my Merry and the Christmas. And that's all you want to stamp up. Now you can put a piece of, what do you call it, Post-it note across here, so you're worried about, if you're worried about getting any of the other letters. I just take my time and just go across like that, and then it works out. And I just double check it, you know, and make sure that I got it on there good. And then I just kind of center it on there and I press just like that, and I peel it off, and voila. Now on my original one, the bottom of my Y didn't come out that good, but you know what, it's okay. I just went ahead and took a black marker and drew the rest of it in, so it worked out really great. So it's not a big deal. Then what you're going to do is you are going to cut up in the middle. We're going to make little flags on the end of this. Cut from one side and cut to the other side. If you have a square punch, you can do the same thing. I just find that this is just as easy, and I like to do it this way. And just cut it up so it looks just like that. And then we're just going to tuck this in right there. I'm going to take a dimensional and I'm going to put it on one end. On the other end of this, I'm going to put some snail, if I have any snail left in here for it to give me. Ooh, there's just a little bit. I think that is totally running out. Peel this piece off. We're going to tuck this one up underneath. Put this down there, and there we have it. There's our card. And on this one here, I don't know if it's going to pick it up. No, I guess I did not do it on that. I thought I did it on this. But another thing you can do if you want to add a little bit more bling to your card, you could take some Wink of Stella and you can just go ahead and you can dab these, and it dries. You know, it looks a little wet right now, but it will dry clear. I'm not going to do the whole video. Go like this. And then it ends up, and I'll see if it'll pick it up in the camera. Do you see that little bit of, I don't know if it's picking it up, that little bit of sparkle and stuff? Or you could dump it with glue and then pick it up with the glitter, which is really, really awesome. So this is card number 3 for the Snowflake Showcase class. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Bye-bye.